And here it is, Tamiya's Sd.Kfz2 Kleines Kettenkraftrad, otherwise known as the Kettenkrad. Great kit to add to your German scale modeling collection. So this kit comes with the Kettenkrad, the driver, and then the machine gun team here. So this is the original kit from 1973. There has been a newer re-release. So the cover art is the original. I was lucky enough to find the original kit off of eBay, while slightly used. All the components are there, including an extra, which I will talk about when we open this up. So artwork, you can see a little bit of a tear there, probably from tape. And then a couple of their other kits. Again, this is the original 1973 release. And without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. So first off, you have your build instructions in both English and Japanese. We'll take a closer look at the English version. On the front page here is just the history of the Kettenkrad. You also have at the bottom here the paint and decal section of the guide. Paint for the camo and the trailer there. It also gives you the color paint that you want to use. And then on the other side, obviously, is the build instructions. Pretty simple to follow, as are all Tamiya instructions. And you also have the build instructions for the crew on the side here. And at the bottom here is the sprue layout. We'll zoom in just a little bit. All right, before I get to the baggie of sprues, included in this this purchase from the seller is this Kettenkrad crew from New World Miniatures. So I'll zoom in just a little bit closer. It is Winter Crew. It says Wehrmacht Kettenkrad crew. The part number is NVM 35086. I'm not familiar with this brand, but we'll take a closer look at that and what's inside. These are resin crew. So if I were going to build this in the winter portion of the war, I would probably use this crew here. So, all right, you have one full body and torso. You would just have to include the arms right there. I'm not sure which is which yet. In fact, we should probably look at the instructions. But definitely nice and clean. Just enough detail. Again, this is crew for your Kettenkrad model. And, it was a nice little bonus that I got with the purchase here. Doesn't look like, other than the picture insert here, doesn't have any build instructions, so I'll just have to muddle my way through it. All right, lastly, the meat and potatoes of the kit. Baggie of 2 sprues. Let me get this out of the baggie. You do have a decal sheet. We'll zoom in. So, decal for the Kettenkrad and for the crew. These are pretty tiny. I don't believe that I have the skill to actually apply the tiny ones for the crew. We'll give it a shot. All right. Actually, there are 3 sprues in this kit. I thought there were initially 2. Here's the first sprue. It does have the majority of the components for the hull. Again, not very many components, so this should be fairly simple to assemble. And then we have the trailer and the tracks. Again, not very complex. And then finally, the sprue with the machine gun team and the crew, or the driver. We'll zoom in on that. Just typical 1970s Tamiya figures. We'll want to perform cleanup on the crew. There will be seam lines from the injection molding process. Okay, we'll go back to the other sprues. Again, the sprue with the tracks and wheels and the trailer. And then finally the sprue with the main hull. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble everything and we will see what it looks like put together. All right, here it is, the Tamiya Kettenkrad all assembled. As you can see, I've assembled the Kettenkrad, the trailer, and then the two infantry that were included, one machine gunner and then one regular here infantry. I also assembled the winter crew that was included in this particular purchase as part of the eBay listing that I bought. A couple things to note. Again, these guys are based individually because I'll be using them for bolt action 1/35 scale. Another thing to note is the front, the headlamp. Unfortunately, when I fixed the headlamp to the casing, I had it slightly off, so I ended up using some green stuff and kind of smearing that on top of the headlamp and then putting the horizontal slit on there manually. So that's why that's there. With the trailer, which has come off, I opted to go with the canvas top rather than having it open and showing the components like the fuel canisters and the radio that would initially go into that trailer as part of the stowage on there. I decided just to go with the canvas top to make it easier to model and paint. I will use the remaining components for something else at a future date. So real quickly, so this resin crew member would normally go into the back here, and then we have the resin driver all in winter gear. So again, I'll be using that for a different Kettenkrad once I decide that I'm going to get one done. But this was definitely an easier build. Technically my first half-track build, because obviously the Kettenkrad has tracks. Hopefully something that I can translate to larger armor models from Tamiya and other manufacturers. So, and there you have it, the Tamiya 1/35 scale Kettenkraftrad or Kettenkrad. And there you have it, Tamiya's Sd.Kfz2 Kleines Kettenkraftrad, a great kit to add to your German collection for scale modeling, also known as the Kettenkrad. You get the vehicle, the driver, and a machine gun team. And again, the special thing about this particular purchase is that it came with resin winter crew, which I may or may not use for this. Could use it for something else, but we'll see. Again, all these scale models that I'm assembling for this channel are going to be going to my bolt action 1/35 scale project. So stay tuned for more updates on that. If you like this video, go ahead and click like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it if you would. Click the bell notification icon to get notified of all new unboxings coming out of the channel. And then click the link in the description below to join our Discord server. That's the best way I can personally interact with you and chit-chat you about scale modeling and everything else that I cover on the channel. That's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more unboxing videos from Wargaming Noob Historical.